NBA All-Star have the starters and reserves. We don't have to get too much into this, but we'll just read them out. Starters for the East: Giannis, Joel Embiid, Tatum, Halliburton, Lillard. And then the reserves are Brunson, Donovan Mitchell, Jaylen Brown, Adebayo, Julius Randle, Tyrese Maxey, and Banchero. And then out west, you have LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Nikola Jokic, Doncic, SGA, OKC. Reserves: Anthony Edwards, Steph Curry, Kawhi Leonard, Anthony Davis, Devin Booker, Paul George, Karl Anthony Towns. I'm going to read out a few of the snubs. I want you to tell me who you think the biggest snub is out of this list in your opinion. You got Rudy Gobert, obviously the number 1, number 2 seed. He got snubbed. Wembanyama was on a snub list, but I think we both agree he shouldn't be in because they suck. And he's probably going to get Rookie of the Year anyway, so he'll be okay. Who else do we have here? I've got Derek White, Boston Celtics. He was snubbed. Brandon Ingram, New Orleans Pelicans on the snub list. Porzingis was on the snub list from Boston. Jamal Murray with the Nuggets. I think injury might have hurt him early on, but he's been snubbed. Sabonis with the Kings. De'Aaron Fox with the Kings. The Kings have no All-Stars, which is interesting. Scotty Barnes with the Raptors, having a career year, but probably record-wise. And then Trae Young was the number 1 snub with the Atlanta Hawks. Who would you have in out of those 10? Because don't forget, Embiid's probably going to be out, so there will be a replacement out east for sure.
Yeah.
But who do you have as your biggest snub this season?
I would say Sabonis would probably be the biggest. And if I was gonna go like 1B, I don't know. It'd be between Trae Young and Derek White. Look, like guys in Boston are swearing up and down that White should have been in the All-Stars. And, look, White's a great winning player. I just don't see him like as an all-star type guy. I think he's a winning player for sure. But I just don't think he's like that. Trae Young probably brings a little bit more flair to it. But I think Sabonis leading the league in rebounding. The Kings aren't exactly the 14th seed. They are playing well. He does play hard every night. I would assume that might be one guy. Look, the Minnesota thing with with Gobert, I get it, but they got 2 in. Maybe they should have 3. Who knows? I hate the All-Star game, as we all know. But I would say Sabonis is probably the biggest one, and it's not even a big snub, to be honest. I think that I think it's hard when you're coming down to the nitty gritty of the 11th, 12th spot. It's you're going to have to make some tough decisions, and these guys are very good players. But I would think that. I don't think there's anybody blatant that that I'm kicking and screaming that should have made the All-Star team. What do you think, Bo?
Yeah, I think Sabonis is the one guy that you'd probably have in. I mean, the Lakers getting 2 guys in as a 9 seed.
That's a joke.
That, Davis numbers-wise, okay, but as a 9 seed, and you can't give me one guy from a 5th seed Sacramento Kings team, that's probably the bias of the big market Lakers, which it is what it is. We all know what occurs, but I think if you're below that 6th seed in respective conferences, you shouldn't have 2 players on. I mean, Steph's obviously killing it and playing very well. Probably his amount of work that he's done historically has got him in, but the other people have said, there's people that have said they're a 12th seed. Like, so do you value winning for the All-Star game, or do you, I think Steph's obviously one of the best shooters in the league, but people can argue that are we valuing winning or not, so that makes things tough as well.
I don't think you value anything in the fucking All-Star game, Bogues, to be honest with you.
Well,
what I'm saying?
East,
so it doesn't fucking matter.
They've fixed it, bro. Back to East-West. That's fixed everything. But, the snub thing's always hard.
To me, like, you need Steph in. Like, Steph's like Michael Jordan. Let's be honest. The fucking guy's like, he's one of the closest things to Jordan you're going to see in this era just because of what he brings. And the guy brings it every night, 30 points a game and doing what he does. I wouldn't put multiple guys in. There should be a rule, though. Like I said, I don't give 2 fucks, but there should be a rule about like seeding in what you get. Like 1, 2 seed, you get 2 or more, and then everything else is whatever.
I think below that 6, you can't have more. I think if you're below the 6, the break for the play-in, 1 max per team. Like, you shouldn't have 2. Like, you can't be a 9 seed and have 2 players in. Like, that's ridiculous, in my opinion, right? I think the fact that a 5 seed has 0 and a 9 seed has 2, that's not right. I think that there should be some value around winning. So But yeah, we
Right.
don't have to discuss this much more because I don't know, All-Star
No.
game as it is, I'm not going to tune in for it.